and sales come operations executive usually. That's what I thought. I was here after 10, there was nobody here. That's why.
تصور مع بعض قلب بلط كعنا صور مع بعض How are you doing?
I'm the managing director.
Thank you. This is
My pleasure.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Sir, you are a busy man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I'm highly obliged that I'm meeting you, sir. I know this is my business.
I need to change this now. You need to change this now. That's what he made me do.
I don't need to teach you. I'm connected.
Happy to meet you.
Yes, welcome.
Tomorrow, as we are take a delegate in Middle East like Syria, you have card.
So you're based in Jordan?
I have my husband.
Or you're based in India?
35 years, yeah, it's my home. It's my home. I always call it my home first.
I see.
How are you planning to most of you?
Because I got my daughter there.
You have just one.
I heard about
Welcome. Man.
I give contribution. Good morning. Welcome to all of you.
Good morning. Sir, I'm highly. Good imagine. Already. You give me the message tomorrow afternoon.
You answered.
Yes, I said. And I'm coming with you.
नहीं प्लान करें थोड़ा दिन डेलीगेशन के बारे में सोच रहे हैं
You want to leave? कोई रास्ता आप लोगों ने कोई रास्ता आप निकालो तो मैं रास्ता निकालूं
3 घंटे को
From Jordan for the event, Mr. Mohammed Harshid, Economic Counselor, Embassy of Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, Mr. Bilal Hamori, Director of Arab Businessmen Federation, Mr. Ali Kuseri, Head of Indian Desk, Jordan Ministry of Investment, Mr. Dilbag Singh, Director General of McKay, and Mr. Gaurav Ravish, Additional Director of McKay, Mr. Ajay Singh, Chairman of CPFIP, and Mr. Pulkit Sharma, General Secretary of CPFIP. It gives us immense pleasure and also to welcome our guests who took out their valuable time for this event and they have come. Now I would like to felicitate all the diplomats. I would like to call Neil ma'am for it. Mr. Mohammed Harshid.
His Excellency.
His Excellency. For His Excellency. Hamodi.
And Mr. Gaurav together.
Mr. Gaurav.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Good morning, everyone. I know it is a little hot and we're a little late, so my apologies and sincere apologies from Global India Business Forum. Change of dates, but I really thank you all for the support. Yeah. I'm going to make this very quick so that we spend time on what we are here for. GIBF is a premier business forum that brings together a diverse community of entrepreneurs, industry experts, investors and thought leaders with a common goal to facilitate the global success of Indian MSMEs. Through our tailored programs, insightful events and extensive networking opportunities, Global India Business Forum provides a nurturing environment to MSMEs to explore international markets, forge strategic alliances and access invaluable resources. At GIBF, we understand the unique challenges faced by Indian MSMEs when venturing into global markets, such as regulatory frameworks, market entry strategies, logistics, financing, and cultural nuances. By connecting MSMEs with experienced mentors, industry veterans, and potential business partners, GIBF paves the way for sustainable growth and expansion on the international stage. By joining GIBF, Indian MSMEs gain access to a robust ecosystem of support and collaboration, opening doors to new opportunities, knowledge sharing, and market insights. Through interactive workshops, industry-specific conferences, and targeted matchmaking sessions, GIBF provides a conducive environment for fostering partnerships and catalyzing business growth. Respected Mr. Bilal Hamouri, Director of Investment Promotions Department, Ministry of Investment, Mr. Tariq Hijazi, Assistant General, Secretary General of Arab Businessmen Federation, Mr. Ali Kusairi, Head of India Desk, Jordan Ministry of Investment, Mr. Dilbag Singh, Director General of MIICCIA, and Mr. Ajay Singh, Chairman CPFIB, and honorable delegates from India and Jordan, and last but not the least, His Excellency, Economic Counselor, Embassy of Jordan. Welcome everybody for today's session of the delegation from Jordan. The whole idea is that to have Jordan and India business relationship to be exponentially increased. Okay, we've been having a rich history with Jordan, and I'm very happy that after COVID, this has been the first meeting where they have flown in. We've had webinar last year, where a lot of people had shown interest to be a part of Jordan Business Council. So today there is going to be a little momentary and very good momentous time for us when we sign the MOU with the Jordan Embassy, Business Council here, which will happen later. As we gather at this prestigious forum, we recognize the immense importance of fostering a robust partnership between our nations. So this is to Jordan and India. Welcome, sir. Welcome, everybody. Yeah, now I hand it over to Arushi.
So I would like to ask Mr. Tariq Hizari to come and talk about the bilateral relationship between Jordan and India.
Thank you. Us today here, and this is great economic tie with India, since the two countries enjoy excellent historical relationship. Also, the private sector's relations between the two sides are continuously developed. The investment aspect. There are many Indian projects in Jordan that taking advantage of the distinguished economic relations and attracting investment climate to our country. Indian investment in the Jordanian phosphate and textile sectors amount nearly 1.3 billion US dollar. Also in 2022, India ranked 7th in terms of investment in Amman Stock Exchange with a total investment value of 1.1 billion US dollar. In addition, the bilateral trade has grown rapidly to reach about 2.3 billion US dollar during 2022, where 1.3 billion US dollar as export, and we import from India around 990 million US dollar. So the trade balance in behalf of Jordan with 288 million US dollar. The products with the greatest export potential, still we have a potential export to India also in phosphate around 430 million US dollar. About JBA, the main objective of our association, Jordanian Businessman Association, is a chairman of Federation of Arab Businessmen also, is to attract investment to Jordan and to help government through our counterpart as you today, create and maintain business climate that support economic role at Jordanian private sectors. In addition, JBA always seek to improve economic trade and investment relation between Jordan and India. To promote the bilateral cooperation between Jordan and India, it's important to shed the light on the following aspects. First, investing in potential investment opportunity in order to promote flow of investment and facility between two countries, providing the Indian side, businessmen and investors, with all information data needed to get them, activated the bilateral agreement and MOU that signed between two governments through executive program, identify the obstacles and the limit of developing the investment and trade exchange and cooperation between two sides. Finally, I hope that Jordan-Indian relations will continue to develop in the near future, as there will always be opportunity to cooperate all the way. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Bilal, sir, to talk about the investment of climate and opportunities in Jordan.
It's my pleasure to be here with you at this moment, and allow me to thank Global Indian Business Forum for hosting this remarkable seminar. And it's my pleasure to speak to you and upgrade you about the business environment progresses in Jordan. Besides, I thank you all for your attendance that reflects your interest and trust in the business environment in Jordan, and to increase the economic and investment relationship between Jordan and India. Let me start my presentation by asking a very important question: why Jordan, and what are the main elements that make from Jordan an attractive destination to invest? Jordan has remained peaceful and still offering an attractive destination to invest in the light of political and economic stability. Some of significant indicators that demonstrate that real GDP grew by 2.5% during 2022, and the international reserve is at comfortable level in Jordan that reached $17 billion, with a stable monetary policy that maintain our Jordanian dinar strong and strong and strong. Besides, Jordan is able to attract more and more FDI to Jordan with highly modern infrastructure and availability of skilled and talented human capital, and also we have a strong banking system. In my opinion, the main reasons that make from Jordan an attractive destination to invest is the market access. So, if you are looking to expand outside India, or you are looking to countries such as we have bilateral free trade agreement with USA and United Kingdom and Singapore and Canada. Also, we have regional free trade agreement with European Union and the Arab FTA, which include 18 Arab countries. So Jordan is located at the heart of the MENA region, and it serves as a trade and investment gateway for key markets such as Iraq, Syria, and GCC countries. And through Jordan, you can go easily to these countries. And also, there are more than 60 bilateral investment agreements between Jordan and the rest of the world. The second reasons to invest in Jordan, we have a lot of economic zone or development zone and the free zone. These zones have a lot of developed land, plots, infrastructure and road network, and the investor has the right, the option to own or rent the properties with affordable selling price and rate. Also, there are special incentives for the projects inside development zone. These incentives, we are talking about 5% income tax, and everything for raw materials and fixed assets are exempted from custom duty and sales tax in Jordan. And there are a lot of investment opportunities inside this development zone. In the industrial sector, we're talking about lights and medium size, and tourism and hospitality and medical tourism. Also, we have investment opportunities in ICT services and logistics inside development zone. In Jordan now we have a new investment law. This law, the general investment policy in the law in Jordan, shall be based on the following principle. There are equity between the Jordanian investor and the foreign investor, and to treat all investors in the transparency way. Also, the law encouraging the investment and entrepreneurship and innovation project, as well as the R&D. Also, the investor can establish investment funds to allocate funds for the purpose of the investing in economic activities. Also, the foreign investor has the right to invest in Jordan by possessing full ownership in the most sectors. Also, transfer currencies inside and outside Jordan, and the foreign investor can employ non-Jordanian labor up to 40% of total number of women in the administrative and technical job that require special skills. And the investment law provides special incentives for the investor. There are basic incentives, including custom duty exemption and corporate tax exemption and reduction. It depends on the geographic area in Jordan, and also the project that employ at least 25 Jordanian people who can benefit from the tax reduction or tax exemption. Also, there are additional incentives for strategic projects and for capital-intensive projects and labor-intensive projects. These additional incentives consist of deduct cost of the construction and the infrastructure that the investor have delivered to his project, and there are exemptions on and incentives related to the price of the sales or rents for lands owned by the government, and also they are subsidizing energy and water costs, supporting renewable energy, and also there are special incentives, the fiscal and non-fiscal incentives for the projects. Also, for the strategic projects, the cabinet may grants one approval for the strategic economic project that contribute to achieve sustainable development in Jordan. Recently, the government of Jordan has established the Ministry of Investment. The Ministry of Investment is main reference authority for investing in the kingdom. It is in charge of provide support to the investor and facilitation the doing business in Jordan, and also we are working to attract foreign investors to invest in Jordan, and also we are responsible for preparing investment map and preparing investment opportunities that is investable to the investor, and also we are managing the PPP project, public-private partnership, according the law. Jordan, the investment opportunities or trade opportunities in Jordan are rich, and it deserves the investor trends. We have 5 areas that we can find investment opportunities. We are in the service sector, such as healthcare and transportation and ICT service and financial services. We have also investment opportunities in industrial sector, mainly in the textile product and mining and pharmaceutical and agriculture and chemical project and food processing. And also we have investment opportunities in the mega project in the water and energy, and also we have investment opportunities in tourism and education. These are examples of investable projects in the tourism and medical tourism, such as entertainment city in Amman and real estate development projects in Jordan. And also we have investment opportunities in convention centers and in media hub. Also we have opportunities in medical resorts in north and the south of Jordan, and also we have boutique hotels to invest in Jordan. Also we have investable project in agricultural sectors, such as the cold storage project and slaughterhouse project and soil farming. And also we have Jordan Sustainable Agricultural Industry and Innovation Park. This is special for the small and medium-sized projects in the agricultural sector. And also we have Jordan can provide a bankable project in the light of PPP projects such as we have a BRT project, the Bus Rapid Transit, and the gas distribution network in the transportation and in the energy sector. And also we have some opportunities in the textile sector and industrial sector in this regard. These are sample of a global company that already invested in Jordan that reflect their interest and trust in the business environment in Jordan. These countries, these global like BWC, Huawei, Deloitte, Amazon, Cisco, and to conclude my presentation, I would like to invite you to visit our new investment portal, Invest with Joe. You can find everything about investment environment in Jordan. You can find everything about the investment opportunities, more details about investment opportunities and how to do business in Jordan and the cost of doing business also in Jordan. So you are invited to visit and explore everything about investment in Jordan. And thank you for your listening, and thank you. And allow me to show you a small video about the business environment in Jordan that summarize everything in Jordan.
As a land of innovation, stability, and youth at the heart of the Middle East, Jordan has many advantages that make it an ideal destination for investors from all around the world.
الأردن فيه جميع العوامل اللي بيحتاجها أي استثمار ناجح عشان يقدر يقدم خدمات.
الأردن موجود بمنطقة استراتيجية ما بين الشرق الأوسط وأفريقيا وبلاد المجاورة للبحر المتوسط.
عن طريق البر نقدر نصدر لكل الخليج، سوريا والعراق، وإن شاء الله طبعاً سوريا فيها إعادة بناء، العراق في إعادة بناء.
The ease of the financial and banking system, and especially the stable currency that Jordan offers, helps tremendously.
الحمد لله عندنا احتياطيات قوية، عندنا بنك مركزي قوي، سياسة نقدية عندنا مشهود لها.
Jordan has an incredible educational system that produces just exceptional talents.
Being in Jordan gave us an abundance of highly qualified human capital. And that's what enabled us to penetrate the U.S. market in such a strong way.
Jordan is a particularly good area to invest in if you're looking for young tech startups.
The human resources is available, the literacy is available, and the attitude is available, the security is available. So Jordan has every component.
To build on these qualities, Jordan is implementing a 10-year economic modernization vision to accelerate growth by unleashing the country's full economic potential.
أخذنا القطاعات بشكل عام اللي واردة في رؤية التحديث الاقتصادي 16 قطاع وانتقينا منها 8 رح نروج لهم حاليا لأنهم بتمتعوا بالقوة والجاهزية للترويج، بالإضافة إنه في رغبات من الخارج للاستثمار في هاي القطاعات مثل تكنولوجيا المعلومات، السياحة العلاجية، الرعاية الصحية، الألبسة والمحيكات، التعدين والصناعات الكيماوية والزراعة والأغذية وصناعة الأفلام.
These economic priorities are supported by the new Investment Environment Law, which went into effect this year, providing foreign and local investors with a wide variety of benefits and incentives.
في إعفاءات وحوافز أساسية تعطى لأي مستثمر، ولكن في إعفاءات إضافية تعطى بعد قياس الأثر النوعي لمشروعه على الاقتصاد.
And how to do business in Jordan, along with insightful information about Jordan as a place to live and thrive.
Jordan is a small country, but it has a lot to offer.
Jordan is a place where there are lots of opportunities for investments, and we see
الرؤية والقانون الجديد والنزاهة. فالكرة في ملعبنا الآن.
أنا على يقين إنه المستثمرين اللي جربوا بالأردن ما أعتقد يوم من الأيام بيتركوا الأردن.
Jordan is the most forward destination when it comes to people,
when it comes to the geographical locations, when it comes
Al Hamouri for expanding
Sir, may I ask you one question?
Yeah.
What is your working age of the employment age of the people? At what age?
At what age? Working age?
Means the working people. Those who are working, I mean young people, those who are employment, I mean that counts.
Starting from 18.
And what's the percentage of that?
The percentage of the
young,
I think more than 16% from Jordan population are
at the age of
16% from the total population in Jordan.
From 18 to 35.
From 18 to 35.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah.
And the qualification, I mean the education, I mean level.
Most of them have highly certificated from the different universities in Jordan and outside Jordan.
I see.
Most of them. I'm talking about also 70% from Jordanian people are qualified people and have certificate from universities.
It's my pleasure. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
And what is the tax percentage on the foreign investment in Jordan?
The
And
tax?
what are the benefits for repatriation back
Yes, sir.
home?
And regarding to the tax, as I mentioned in my presentation, inside development zone, only most economic activities have 5% income tax on their economic activities forever. But outside development zone, okay, it depends on the geographic area, from the south or the north in Jordan. We can provide zero income tax for 5 years. Okay, it depends on the geographic area and depends on the number of employees. And the minimum number of employees, we are talking about 25 people.
What is GDP?
About GDP now, the growth rate in GDP, 2022, 2.5. The amount of the GDP, I think we are talking about 40 billion US dollar.
I see.
And according to economic modernization, we have to raise the GDP to 80 billion after 10 years. Why? Because we are working to attract during 10 years 40 billion US dollar or Jordan, 60 billion US dollar to invest in Jordan to raise their GDP and to create 1 million jobs for Jordanian people.
Such my pleasure.
Thank you.
I was asking because I understand that in economic zones, some NRIs have made investment of more than $500 million in, I think, manufacturing of garments now. So that is why what are the benefits for the Indian company who may be interested to go to Jordan and make investment there?
Establish the venture over here.
Mr. Ali, he is
the right person.
Mr. Ali with me because he in the healthcare sector and he has more information about this sector and he has good relation with Indian companies. So yes, Ali.
Because more than 16,000 Indian community, they are very happily living there. No? So we are grateful to the government of Jordan. So, but still the investment is going there. So we understand now that the Indians, they have made investment in garment manufacturing.
Mr. Ali, show him about the success
Yeah,
story in Jordan.
And one more thing about tourism also.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, because we would like to have some relations with the tourism companies with India. We want to promote tourism and the cultural relations between the two countries.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Neil and Global India Business Forum for organizing today's meeting. In fact, the short notice was not in our side, but you did a great job. Thank you very much for being here today. My name is Ali. I'm responsible for the Indian desk in the Ministry of Investment of Jordan. We had good relations with India. Our first visit, my first visit to India was 2017. And since then I visited India. This is my fifth visit to India.
Most welcome.
Thank you, appreciate you. And to be honest, again, India is our, let's say, best, the closest partner regarding the trade and at the same time investment. Jordan and India has last year the relationships between Jordan and India growth about 60%, regarding to the year 2021, we reached to about 2.3 billion US dollars, and this is a great number for Jordan. India and Jordan, we exported more than 1,400,000 US dollars, 400 million US dollars to India. Mainly it was the garment sector and the mining sector. We're talking about potash, phosphate, and fertilizers. And at the same time, we imported about 900 million US dollars from India. So we have great relations regarding the trade. And at the same time, we have great economy relations regarding the investment. Indian investments is more than 300 million US dollars. It's a great number for Jordan according to our small size country. And most of the Indian companies are investing in the garment sector, textile, because in Jordan we have a very unique and special trade agreement with the United States, and Jordan has the only agreement that allows Jordanian industry to reach the United States markets with no tax and no custom and no quota. And this is very important for Indians, I think, because with the quota that you have here in India, for example, some products can reach the tax percentage can reach about 45% of the value of the garment. But when you make it in Jordan, it's zero tax and custom. So this is a very high advantage for Indian investors. I will speak about a success story. We have our biggest factory. It's not in Jordan, in the world. Garment factory today is Classic Fashion. It's located in Jordan. It's owned by an Indian businessman who has a work permission. 25 years ago, he was just a worker in a company, and today he's almost a billionaire. He started with after the free trade agreement with a small size of invest to the American market, and this is a huge number. It's not easy. He reached this, but he's not the only one. There's about 23 factories or investors in the garment sector in Jordan. We have very good relations too in the mining sector. Jordan Indian mining company, and there's a fertilizer company between Jordan and India, and they are doing really well. And we are aiming to attract more Indians to Jordan, because with the climate, with the let's say good relations between Jordanians and our guests, our friends from India, we have about 50 to 60,000 workers in those factories. They are all happy, and they are willing to stay in Jordan because it's everything there is helping them to live their life in a very good manner. Besides that, we are in our vision, we want to reach about the number of 8 billion US dollars within 10 years in the garment sector. And this cannot happen without getting real investors who are willing to invest in Jordan and who are wanting to expand to make money, because it's the opportunity there is really good. So I'm inviting all of you to be a part of this success story. One day, if and as I mentioned maybe to Ms. Neil a few years ago, you had to get like visa, and the approvals to visit Jordan was hard. Now it's upon arrival. When you visit Jordan, you just apply in the airport to get your visa for Indian citizens, and that was a good help for the tourism sector too, because Jordan is a country in the middle of the heart of the old world, and it has a lot of religious sites to visit. We're talking about for Christians, for Muslims, and beside the historical places that we have there. So it's a nice experience. I know that a lot of Indian visitors visit Jordan last year, Jordan and Palestine and Egypt. So they make a good
coordination.
Yeah, they make a good trip for there. They stay for 10, 15 days sometimes, because they can't visit 3 countries at the same time, and it's not expensive. I'm not talking about the European countries, or so it's a good that we have a lot of offices that working with Indian companies to bring investors. Besides, we have it's not belonging to Ministry of Investment, but we have the Tourism Board. Jordan Tourism Board has offices in India. We have one in Delhi and one in Mumbai, and this is a good indicator that India is very important to us.
And one more thing, sir.
Yes.
Is direct flight from India to?
Unfortunately, we don't have a direct flights right now. We had some before, but because of the COVID things, we had to cut some of the companies cut the cost, so we don't have direct flights. I invite the Indian business community to arrange, because you have more. We have in Jordan just one company, Royal Jordanian, that operating the flights from Jordan to the world. And but in India, I know that there's a huge amount of companies that are willing to open new destinations, especially in Jordan. We're talking about people from India, Bangladesh, and Sri Lanka, and the Far East. We're talking about a big amount of people who want to travel at least once a year, and they want to have direct flights. So it's
And
your choice.
One more thing, sir. What do you import and what do you export?
I will explain.
Okay.
I represent MISIA Chambers of Commerce. Actually, I would like to be happy to tell you that Jordan was the first country to allow visa on arrival for the Indians in the Middle East, and that was in 2009. So you are the beginning to allow the Indians on visa on arrival.
Yes.
So I would like to ask one thing. The major exports from Jordan, that is about $2.9 billion last year, to 2023.
To India?
To India, only to India.
Yeah.
That major component is organic chemicals and fertilizers.
Yes.
Do you want to diversify your export to India?
Of course.
Likewise, also from Indian exports to Jordan, it is less than what you export. No?
Yes.
It is 2.1 billion. So major components are food items. Major one is rice. No?
Yes.
So should we diversify? Because our interest to take a delegation to Jordan, maybe October or November, we'll be happy to come over there. We'll be happy to meet you there. So we would like to take your advice. What is the best opportunities to go there? What is the best opportunity to go there? And to whom we will meet? Can we meet the Indian, the importers of Jordanian importers? So how we can convince our Indian companies to go to Jordan and to meet with them? So we do have a facility that we can meet all of them there, or we can sign an MOU with the Chambers of Commerce that you consider best. So these things that we want to know before we consider to take a delegation to Jordan.
Now you're required, sir.
Some yes. And about exporting to India, we also export some vegetables, meats
To India only, or to other countries also?
We're talking about
In
India, the bilateral trade, yes, with India.
So what's the percentage
of?
I mean, in the export to India is what is the percentage
of our export? It's around 20% or 18%. 1 billion. We said around we export 1 billion, and the total export of Jordan is around 8 billion. Yes.
So
1 over 8.
To India it is 2.3 billion.
When we talk about the what we are exporting and importing from India, all the countries in the world, we need to have in the trade, you need to have a win-win situation. Jordan is a small country. We don't have oil and gas, but our main item that we are producing is the potash and phosphate, and from there we can make the fertilizers. India is a great agricultural country, and they need high quality fertilizers. That's why Jordan, number one customer in this regard is India. Okay, the other side, from India we export a lot of food, rice, as you said, oil, and we export to tiles. This is and toilet needs. The amount of $5 billion. But because of the COVID-19, the 3 years stopped us to reach this amount. Last year, as I mentioned, the growth was amazing. We reached 60% growth last year, according to 2021. This year, hopefully it will be growing again, and hopefully by 2025 we'll reach the amount of $5 billion. We are trying our best to do this, and with your help, I think it's not impossible.
I would like to add that the president of our chambers
He's a personal friend for us, for all of us, yes.
But today he's out of India, so he was not able to come.
He visited us a lot and he was very close friend
That
to
is why
Jordan, yes.
that is my request was to know, because isn't that we may lead to Jordan.
What we need.
No, what
What we can buy from India.
What sort of export
What
we
kind
should
of
take?
delegation we should take from India to Jordan?
Yeah, we're talking about the textile. You can easily reach a lot of markets like the United States market, and our agreements can give you the access to 1.5 billion customers in the world easily with no custom, with no taxes, and this is a good advantage. Besides, we can make a joint venture in this regard, and this joint venture will give the quality and the know-how from India, at the same time the high reputation we have in Jordan. So this thing we can make a big success, I think.
Thank you so much. That's really great. So what is the population?
We're talking about 10 million,
10 million.
Yes, 10, 11 million population, yes.
With the refugees.
With the refugees.
No, I will write an email to you asking that what is the best chambers of commerce there. I will make a correspondence with the chambers of commerce, because when you take the delegations, we can, with their cooperation, we can organize a better seminar there.
In Jordan, it's easier than India, to be honest with you. In Jordan, we have the Jordan Chamber of Commerce, Jordan Chamber of Industry, and business, yeah, of course, and Jordan Businessmen Association. And this is we have the three top associations that you can easily reach, and you can organize meetings, and we are welcoming all the Indian companies, all the Indian chambers to visit Jordan. I know that you will find what you like there, hopefully, and we will make new success stories again. Next visit to India, we'll talk about one of you, hopefully.
Sir, we want to have
To have culture that comes for trade and culture.
Yeah.
We believe what we can't achieve through formal trade, we can achieve the same through culture. So
Yeah.
we do celebrate that on this time we will invite you.
Jordanian embassy here.
Yeah,
Delhi,
not only just Jordanian embassy, other embassies.
Other embassies.
You know,
The whole idea is to have
for the cinema production, the Indian cinema production, Bollywood, is very famous in our countries, and we love the Indian culture, we love the Indian food, spices, like
This Arab channel network, NBC, Hollywood, Bollywood, sorry.
Yes.
It's all Indians.
24 hours.
Yes, 24 hours, all
yes.
Indian films and series.
And besides, there is about 7 million.
So you appreciate Indian movies?
Sure.
Indians live in the Gulf countries and Jordan, and this 9 million. You're talking about the population and the cultural relations is really important for both nations.
There's more than 5,000 wives, Indian wives in Jordan. They are, she lived there.
Why don't you organize?
It's mother of our sons. So,
why don't you organize some cultures? I mean,
we do. We have a lot of cultural weeks between Jordan and India. We have
your music, dramas and all these things.
Automobile tires and automobile spare parts. Regarding your imports,
we did not receive an Indian delegation as we receive a Taiwan and Chinese delegation. This is what happened. You have. Yes. Thank you.
the businessmen, the ones who would want to work with Jordan. I have my cards here. For any further questions and emails on specific sectors, you can email it to me, and I'll ensure I have one. In group photo was it?
Yes.
I think इसको निकालें.
And by the way, I left some flash disk with Ms.
Yeah.
Neil. There will be
Yeah,
the
please.
investment
Can
loan,
we put it
Jordan,
here?
the opportunity.
Everybody to be seated again so that we can have
highly
a
obliged.
lovely photograph.
I would request all the delegations to come for a picture.
Yeah, of course.
Sir, you first, yeah.
Please.
Yeah. We have been talking to each other for 2 years.
Yeah. Before this, little bit hurry on. This was member I will do.
Textile. Really promising companies. One of the largest areas, low cost land with low cost energy.
Okay.
In the south of Jordan, we have now exhibition.
I'll go through it and you said in. Okay.
Yeah, in Jordan.
मतलब आपका के अंदर किस तरीके से इंडस्ट्री कैसे
You just if you are overseas, then market entry registration they have paid, and rest they have said always because embassy is involved in US. You have to
Thank you so much.
what you will achieve.
Yes.
Please, you have to, please. If they are willing to sell in Jordan, they can come to promote it.
Thank you.